Hello, everybody. The summer of strategy slowly trudges along with XCOM, Enemy Unknown. So, yeah, I know this is 2 days late, considering I kind of wanted to get this up on Monday, but just a bunch of things was going on, and sorry if you hear a lot of interference. I have a pretty ghetto setup right now. What with me sitting on the floor next to the air vent to keep cool, while I'm recording this off a microphone that's just sitting on a laptop that's on my lap. I mean, that's what a laptop is. It's in the name. So yeah, anyway, my original plan was to do like a little spotlight for every XCOM game that's on Steam, since I think I own them all, except for XCOM 2. And yeah, each day would be like one video just doing something with the XCOM games, and yeah, the first one in the series was UFO Defense, or XCOM UFO Defense, or even XCOM Enemy Unknown if you happen to have the remake for that game on the PS1 in certain regions. But yeah, I had no clue what I was doing in that game, so I figured, okay, you know what, I'll just go with the like remaster slash remake of that, which is this game. So yeah, I'm going to do like 5 days of this. Going to split up the tutorial across 2 days, because oh my goodness, was this tutorial long. Like, it was eventful, and I would argue it's a good tutorial. It was just long. Very, very, very long. Plus, like, I wasn't completely sure if I could actually like exit the game during the tutorial, and if it would restart again once I started the game back up, because I saw conflicting stories. Yeah, I was actually like looking up info about this game as I was playing the tutorial. It's that long and it has like that much downtime, but at the end of the day I think it's decent enough. But alright, I'm gonna shut up so you can listen to the story.
You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
That was the last transmission, sir.
Patch me through to Voodoo 3-1.
Oh, not even paying attention. Okay, I can... Well, actually, no, because they're about to start talking again. Yep, see, okay.
1900-hour Zulu. Several unidentified objects fell to Earth. After ruling out the possibility of a downed satellite, we now believe these objects to be extraterrestrial in nature. Shortly after impact, German officials received reports of mass hysteria and freak weather around one of the impact zones. Then things went dark. At 2100 hours, a chopper carrying a German military recon team went down in the area after they reported being fired upon. As you know, Germany is a member of the Council, and they have requested our assistance. Our mission is to assess the situation on the ground, ascertain the current status of the German recon team, and investigate the extraterrestrial objects. Central out.
Alright, so onward to the first, quote, mission. Oh god, more talking. Well, first, quote, mission, unquote, of the game.
Negative. Nothing's moving down there.
Okay. Set her down nearby.
Well, needless to say, I'm recording this with post-commentary, because, yeah. I don't know, I just felt the need to say that. I mean, past the tutorial, I'm going to be doing some live commentary parts for this, but I don't know. I mean, I've seen people LP this game, and XCOM 2, So it probably does lend well to live commentary. It's just I need to get into the groove of things because I'm not entirely used to tactical RPGs outside of Fire Emblem and Final Fantasy Tactics.
First things first. Let's get you out of the open.
Which is weird because I own, like, essentially half of the Disgaea series, and I've yet to even play any of them. Well, I have dabbled in Shining Force, which was, like, going way back. Like, oh dear God. Just, yeah, like the original on the Sega Genesis Shining Force. None of these newfangled ones. But yeah, I don't have anything against non-Fire Emblem SRPGs. It's just, I never really played them. Even Advance Wars, which I hear amazing things about, I never played. And I'm sure I would love it. It's just, I don't know. I never really felt the need to go out of my way to really get them. Or just any other tactical RPG for that matter. Like, Final Fantasy Tactics is kind of the only exception. And to be fair to that, I never played the original Final Fantasy Tactics, which was what, on the Super Nintendo? I'm playing the War of Lions remake on the PSP, which is pretty good, and from what I hear is like an amazing remake of the original SNES game, but because it's a PSP game, nobody played it.
Proceed to the next vehicle for a better vantage point.
That's kind of the fate of like good games on the PSP and the Vita, because both of them actually do have some really amazing games. It's just nobody owns the systems to play them.
It's a long way from your position, and there's no available cover.
And I mean, most of the people I saw at PSPs back in the day would just use it for music because, hey, it was a cheaper alternative to an iPod back then.
Holy hell.
But yeah, we're just getting the basics of movement right now, and that's something I really am going to have to get used to. Sorry, readjusting. Oh, I'm sitting, trying to get comfortable. Foot falling asleep. Oh God. This is so ghetto, but I don't care. I don't care. It's hot in my room. I'm trying to stay cool. Okay, this will work. I am comfortable now. Microphone is pretty close though. Okay, cool. But yeah, movement in this game, interesting, and I really, I like it. I like it. Like I said, it's just gonna have to take me a while to get used to. You know, the whole like two opportunities to move per turn, or you could just, you know, opt to do a dash, which is like just one big old move to a certain spot. And I like the fact that cover is like of the utmost importance here. Like, you really do have to be more strategic in this game than you would in, say, Fire Emblem, because, you know, you're not just like walking up to an enemy like straight up in the face and attacking them. Though, I mean, if I wanted to quantify this in any way, it would just be like if Fire Emblem maps were... if Fire Emblem maps were nothing but just like different structures impeding your progress that you had to maneuver around, and everybody is fighting each other with Purge, Bolting, or Eclipse. Because as of right now, I haven't noticed any melee attacks in this game.
Permission to approach.
And to be fair, I don't think there are any melee attacks in this game. Like, it's just all ranged weaponry, whether it be guns or frag grenades or rockets. And I feel I should mention this, which I kind of forgot to mention at the very start, but I am completely new to XCOM. Like, I am an XCOM noob. I've never played any game in the series. I've only watched a few episodes of an LP of one of them. So, yeah, like, I'm completely new to this. So that's why I had to go through the tutorial. But from what I'm playing so far, I really do enjoy it. Like, it's fun, it's interesting, and yeah, I can see myself playing it all the way through.
Copy that. Get in there and get to cover. Delta 2, that door's in our way. Take it down.
Solid copy.
Also, I think that's a neat touch too. The fact that if you just have them move through a door or a window, they automatically break through it or open it as they're moving. As opposed to, say, with Fire Emblem, where you actually have to use up a turn to open a door, or use up a turn to tear down a wall, or multiple turns, rather. And I'm gonna try not to, like, just continue comparing this to Fire Emblem, but, like I said, Fire Emblem is, like, the only major SRPG I really have experience with outside of Final Fantasy Tactics, and I just LP'd it on the channel. So I'm not trying to say like Fire Emblem is, you know, the benchmark for SRPGs. It's just the one I have most experience with.
He appears to be in shock.
Keep your eyes open, people. I don't like the looks of this.
This also doesn't seem to be as story-based as the likes of Final Fantasy Tactics or Fire Emblem as well. Like, we have the basic story, you know, aliens invading the Earth. And there are different missions and stuff we go on, and those have little subplots and everything. But this doesn't seem to be a major story-based game. I mean, that might change later on. I haven't done much outside of the tutorial yet. And I don't know what's going on in XCOM 2. But from what I'm seeing so far, it doesn't seem to be story-based. It seems to focus more on the gameplay. And it does seem to just be like more of a deeper game. Why do I say it seems? I mean, it flat out is a deeper game, gameplay-wise, than Fire Emblem. I mean, even at face value, Fire Emblem does look relatively simple, but there are a few things you have to take into consideration for that game. And I was so glad to find out that this event was scripted, because for a second there I thought I did something completely wrong, because, you know, my people are dying. But I mean, that didn't make sense, because it was like, oh yeah, I'm moving them to where the game told me to move them. It's not my fault. You know, I'm just slowly reading through everything, trying to get accustomed to the controls. I'm actually not being stubborn for once and using a mouse and keyboard for this.
Nice shot. Delta 4, you're free.
I say try not to be stubborn for once. What? Actually, yeah. Outside of Isaac and Nuclear Throne, I don't think anything, like any Steam game I've recorded for my channel, I've ever used a mouse, like keyboard and mouse for. That's kind of sad. I'm a filthy casual. I am a filthy casual. But yeah, I mean, you know, I've been a console gamer for most of my life, so I can't say that because I've also had like tons of PC games over the years too, but you know, console is always like my, I was about to say console was my console of choice. Console games was sort of like my choice for video games up until Steam got really big and made it easy to play Steam games. I mean, not Steam games, PC games. Oh god, okay. Yep, for falling asleep. I blame that on me just saying stupid things. Just cutting off circulation to my brain, even though it was really just cutting circulation off to my foot. But whatever, we're trying to take out the remaining sectoids, I believe is what these basic alien grunts are called. And another thing I'm going to have to get used to with this game is taking chances on, like, attacks that aren't surefire. Because if you watched my Fire Emblem LP, you knew I was, like, overly cautious, and I would, like, try to make sure I was attacking people with, like, at the very least, 85% and higher, only opting to, like, attack people with an accuracy less than that, only if, like, times were really dire. But right off the bat, I can see with XCOM, I'm going to have to just take chances on less than accurate hits, whether I want to or not. So yeah, I have a feeling like seeing 50% chances or 75% chances is going to be the norm, unless I move closer to an enemy, but that's a double-edged sword in its own right. So yeah, right here, choosing where to build my base, because we're about to get into the other aspect of this game, and that's sort of base building / management. And that's a cool concept, but that is definitely going to take me a while to get used to.
Affirmative.
And I already know that if some of you are watching this and are familiar with XCOM, you might be questioning some of my choices. But hey, I'm a noob. Cut me some slack.
What are they?
Whatever they are, they nearly took out a squad of our best soldiers. If you'll excuse me, doctors, the commander is waiting in mission control.
Their technology is far beyond ours.
Then I'd say our work is cut out for us, Doctor.
Welcome to XCOM HQ, Commander. I'm Central Officer Bradford. My role in this project is twofold: providing tactical support for our field operations, and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand. Speaking of which, we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
Commander to the barracks. Commander to the barracks.
Commander, the soldier is waiting for you in the armory, which is located there in the barracks.
Alright, so our only surviving unit just got promoted.
Delta Squad made it back alive from our last mission, Commander. And I'd say a promotion is in order.
So yeah, essentially with this, I'm just choosing, well, like, as of right now, the only thing I can choose for them. And that's the ability to use missiles, or rockets, rocket launcher, whatever.
This soldier will now carry a rocket launcher, in addition to his standard weapon. The aliens won't know what hit him.
Well, I mean, technically, if they see him shooting that rocket launcher, they will know what hit them. I mean, well, they probably won't live to, you know, say what hit them, but they'll see it coming, and they'll know. They'll know.
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Farlan. I oversee the research labs. This is where all of XCOM's research and development takes place. We have already begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
So then another neat concept that's completely new to me for an SRPG, you know, just choosing research topics, I guess. And these can grant you, you know, like, means to get better equipment and, you know, better armor, things of that nature.
Commander. This research will take some time. We will notify you once it is complete.
Commander to mission control. Commander to
It sounds like you are needed elsewhere. Farewell, Commander. If you recover any additional artifacts during your field operations, I would be quite eager to study them.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Commander to mission
I'm not a fan of her because of stuff that happens later in the tutorial.
The enemy is testing our capabilities, Commander. We've gotten reports of simultaneous attacks in 2 different countries. We can only respond to one. The country we help will donate more resources to our cause. But the panic level of the country we choose not to help will rise. It's not an easy decision, Commander, but it's one you'll have to make.
So yeah, we gotta choose to help one country and leave one in the dust. So yeah, our choices are United States and China. Yeah. Well, considering I live in the United States, I figure, you know what? Might as well save that country. That's also kind of where I selected my base of operations. At least I think it was, if I recall. So yeah, it only makes sense.
Understood.
Sorry, China.
The troops are waiting for you in the hangar. Commander, before deploying our squad, you can choose which soldiers to send out there. I've taken the liberty of calling up our veteran. His combat experience makes him invaluable on the battlefield.
And this is another thing that I'll have to get used to, which was also kind of a bit rough for me in tactics. But at least with tactics, I could select different people to be different units. But yeah, I have to get used to like just selecting my units without any real way to tell them apart. Like I'm gonna have to really remember like who has what abilities, what equipment, and things of that nature. As opposed to, like, say, Fire Emblem. It's really easy to tell, like, for me at least, because everybody has their own, like, unique personalities, and the classes are unique. I mean, and even with the case of tactics, the classes are unique, and plus, they're based off of standard Final Fantasy tactics or tactics, classes, or jobs. So, once again, that was something that was, like, easy for me, almost second nature, in a sense. But I'm not complaining about this game or anything, you know, I'm just simply stating that it's, you know, a bit of a culture shock, something I have to get used to, get accustomed to, and things like that. I really am enjoying this game so far.
Hold on, soldier. Before you move out, let's see what's inside that building. Your squad mate is closer, so let him check it out.
Alright, so I remember this one all too well, and I was making a few poor choices. Not so much during this early part where it's really guided, but later on I was making some questionable choices, and I was also struggling to figure out how the rocket launcher even works.
Now take cover inside.
So I guess, like, for the sake of time, I'm going to shut up for the remainder of this tutorial. Or not tutorial, oh my god, no, there's still let's see, an hour and a half left of tutorial. I am not exaggerating. But yeah, I'm going to just edit down this map a little, get to the end, and yeah, I'd say we can call it a day after this, and then just finish up the tutorial tomorrow, heavily edited, of course, you know, just covering all the major things here. But I will say, you know, like, the way they ease you into everything, it's nice. And looking back on it, I don't believe they'll actually kill off your units, at least as far as the tutorial goes. Like, there was one point where I thought somebody was dead, but then they were still alive, so I don't know if I was just making a mistake, like I wasn't 100% sure of how much HP they had from the get-go, or if the game was being lenient. But based on how hectic things were getting, I don't think the game was just being lenient. I think I might have just got super lucky. But yeah, just going to go ahead and let this play out.
there, people. The commander will be assuming command now as you sweep the rest of the area. As always, I'll be offering tactical advice as needed. And remember, your armor can only withstand a couple of shots from their weapons, so keep your eyes open and your heads down. Good luck. You're okay, soldier. But another one like that, and that'll be the end of you. Make sure to stay in cover. Commander, our veteran's rocket launcher should make easy work of the structure the aliens are using for cover. And if we're lucky, it'll take out the aliens along with it. That is, if it hits. Good work out there, Strike One.
If I may, Commander, the labs are on high alert. Teams are standing by for your orders. We can begin researching the newly recovered artifacts immediately.
Alright, so now the two aliens are dead after it took me forever and a day to reach a spot where I could kill them. Some tells me I probably didn't have to be at like point blank range with the rocket to kill them, but hey, whatever. I persevered in the end. Like I said, I'm new to this, and I'm going to be making some pretty dumb decisions in this tutorial that is sure to anger some of you, but you're just going to have to deal with that. Anyway, we get another promotion here.
As our front line. They're the first ones into a fight, and the last ones out.
And because I'm looking at the preview screen on my editor as I'm recording this post-commentary, I couldn't tell what that upgrade was, but I'm sure it was good.
And the research team is waiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
This is the most ghetto post-commentary I've ever done, but alright, enough for me.
Transmission from the Council.
Hello, Commander. we wish to congratulate you on your most recent victory. We realize you were faced with a difficult decision in responding to the various requests for assistance. Regardless, you performed admirably. As agreed upon, the reward for your actions has been granted. Farewell, Commander. We hope that you are met with continued success.
And okay, new facility available. Yay! But yeah, the whole commander thing, that was beginning to get just so annoying to me. Like, Commander to the barracks. Commander to the barracks. Hello, Commander. Thank you, Commander. And here you go, Commander. Oh, and Commander, one more thing. And don't forget this, Commander. Hey, Commander, like, just... Ugh.
The council knows you
Couldn't you have just let me input a name that they would never repeat out loud?
However, our chief engineer did come up with something to help you keep an eye on things. The Situation Room provides constant monitoring of every member nation in the Council. If we allow panic levels to get out of control in any given nation, they're going to withdraw from the Council. And they'll take their funding and additional support with them. The Council's overall confidence in the XCOM project is shown on the primary meter above the main screen, which engineering has nicknamed the Doom Tracker.
Commander to Mission Control. Commander to Mission Control.
Alright, so yeah, that happened. And at this point, I think I was beginning to look up, like, so how long is this tutorial? But yeah, I think this is a good enough place to stop for today, since there's now essentially an hour left, and I can cut that down, especially since there was a lot of downtime during that hour. But yep, see you all tomorrow as we complete the tutorial of XCOM Enemy Unknown, with hopefully less ghetto post commentary in this, the Summer of Strategy. Goodbye.